So go ahead and come all the way down. Bring your feet to the end of your mat. Grab the back of your legs. And let's just lift up through the chest a little bit. Start to tuck the chin in and round through the spine. Lower yourself down slowly. As you hug the knees into your chest, just gently rock side to side. Just moving from one hip to the opposite hip. And rolling through any tightness in the low back. And bring your awareness to those little spots that you might feel some tightness in. Now, if we are, driving a lot in our car, or maybe we're sitting at our desk, a lot of the back can take the brunt of that long time, those long hours of sitting. Take your hands on your knees, and let's just go ahead and circle. You're welcome to close your eyes. Let the legs kind of be limp, and let the arms draw this circle for you. Do one more. And go ahead and reverse. Now you're going to pause. Let's go ahead and pause and bring your left foot down to the mat and hug your right knee in. Now what you can do here, hug the knee in towards the rib cage, left leg out across your mat, and let's come into a nice stretch for the hip. So we're going to come into that knee down twist, taking your right arm across the floor, taking the left hand on the outside of your right knee. Slowly roll that knee up and over, rolling onto the outside of your hip. Start to soften through the chest and allow your fingers to reach out. Good. Stay here with 3 full breaths. Take one more cleansing breath. Then roll onto your back. Come into our upside down forward. Now you are welcome to stay right here. You can plant the hand on that right inner thigh and draw the right knee away. Or some of us may choose to wrap the hand around the hamstring. Or maybe even around the shin. Once you find the perfect modification for this pose, your variation, flex your right foot, and if you like, you can rock. Just rock a little bit side to side. And that should feel really good. So just take one more deep breath in and hold. Now we're going to come into the, excuse me, that twist again. So you're going to take your left knee. It's going to roll down. We're going to keep this right knee up. So if you can take your left hand, place it on the top of your foot or maybe around the ankle. This knee might be dropping in. Mine drops in a little bit. But if you can, start to, move it up just a little bit. You'll feel it. Reach your right arm again across the floor. Maybe both arms in a T. It's up to you. Or even goalpost arms work really nice here. Tuck the chin in and take a few more rounds of breath. Then slowly roll back to the center, bringing your right foot on the mat. Let's go ahead and pull the left knee into your chest, hug it in towards your rib cage, and feel the stretch all along the gluteus and a little bit into the low back, the sacrum. And we'll pause. We'll send that right leg out across your mat. Straighten out that leg. Hug the knee in a little bit more, maybe to the center of your chest. And we'll come into that twist, the knee down twist. So take your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Let's go ahead and roll that knee up and over. And reaching your left arm across the floor. Now you're welcome to get a neck stretch here. You're going to turn your head away from your bent knee and taking 3 more breaths. On that last exhalation, take your time, roll onto your back, and come into your upside down 4. Remember the different variations you can do here. If you have your block, one is you can take your foot underneath that block. And that might be just perfect, right? You can press the left inner thigh with your left hand. And sometimes you'll get some sensations there. Remember, you can roll that knee up. And try and relax those shoulders and the head down as much as you can. We don't really want to add, this is such a great hip stretch, but we don't want to add the tension into your neck. Once you're here, then you can rock a little bit side to side. That might even give you a little more stretch. And you're going to pause. You're going to drop your right foot down to the mat. Keep this left foot flexed. And we're going to roll. So you're going to roll over to your right. You can, if you'd like, you can take your right hand, place it on your foot. And depending if there's a lot of tightness here, maybe the knee is going to be dropping down a little bit, but we'll start to work on bringing that knee up. Now the other part is reaching your left arm across the floor, opening through the chest, and dropping those shoulder blades down into the earth. You're welcome to close your eyes, draw your awareness internally, and take 3 to 5 breaths. Nice job. Take another cleansing breath. And you're going to bring that knee back up. Good. So let's hug both knees into the chest. Drop the feet down to the mat. Lift your hips up and slide the hands away. Good. So we're going to roll over to our side. And go ahead and if you'd like, if you have tight hips, you're going to grab your blanket and sit on your blanket. Now what I'd like you to do is we'll stretch the hips out. So you're going to draw your knees a little bit closer together, and that just means your feet are going to go out a little bit, right? So knees come in. I have a hard time doing this one. But you want to flex your feet. And we're going to come into a forward fold, but I am going to use my block because my hips are tight. Maybe yours are too. I'm going to set the block up high. For some of you who are more open in your hips, you can just come into that forward fold and walk your hands out. We're still warming up though, right? So you're going to inhale and lengthen. As you exhale, start to walk the hands forward. And rest that head on that block. Or you can stay lifting, right? You can stay right here, lifting arms straight. Now we're stretching through what we call the deep six. There's 6 muscles in the glutes. The piriformis is the one that tends to get a little bit, can be a little bit tight, and it can really hurt. So we want to, this is very good preventative medicine, right? So take 3 more breaths. Now go ahead and walk the hands over to your right and just take a little walk out here. And then walk your hands across and taking a little side stretch. Draw the chin down just slightly. Walk your hands all the way up to your shins. Let's take a nice back bend. So hands go behind. I'm cupping the hands, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest, your heart, and look up. Now expand through those lungs. We really want to exercise the lungs here. So really expand through the lower lobes of the lungs. Good, then walk your hands back up. But go ahead and lean back into your hands. Lift your legs up and switch. Switch sides, good job. And then we want to walk the knees a little bit closer together. The feet walk out. Always feel a little not graceful when I'm doing that. So ground the sit bones. Take those shoulders back. And let's get your block close by. That helps. All right, and your hands on either side. You're going to lift and inhale, elongate your spine. As you exhale, walk forward, right? Take your time, right? Hold in one position here. Keep the back long and straight. If you start to feel the back, then I want you to come back up, all right? Otherwise, start to forward fold. Now you can take your hands, stay up tall, walk your hands now over to your right. So we're stretching the opposite hip. Good, then walk the hands across to the opposite knee. You can stay tall and long through the spine, or you can start to forward fold. Walk your hands back. Very good. Bring your hands behind your back. Let's complement our forward fold with our back bend. So draw the shoulder blades together. Really nice chest expansion. I'm staying up on the top of my fingertips. Round your sit bones and pull the belly in. Inhale, start to lift your heart. maybe take your gaze slightly up. If the neck is an issue, drop the chin towards your chest. So take 3 more breaths in those lungs. Really expand them out. Good. Walk your hands forward. And let's go ahead, draw the knees together and come into a tabletop position. Now we're going to do a little bit of strength into the glutes, all right? We're going to come into that tabletop position. And of course, this is called the fire hydrant, right? You know what that is, right? So what we do is we'll first start with a little pulse to the ceiling. So I'm going to have you lift one leg up. It doesn't matter. We'll get both. This is my left. You're going to draw the navel to the spine and flex your foot. And a little pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go ahead and drop the knee. So here's the fire hydrant. You're going to lift the knee up, kick it out, bring it back in, and drop the knee down. Just a couple more times. So knee lifts up, get your weight to the center, right? Don't lean over into the hand. Kick the foot out. I know it's hard. Bend the knee and bring it down. And one more time. Lift the knee up, kick it out, bend that knee, and come back down. Let's do the opposite leg. So this will be my right. You're going to flex that foot up, and you're going to pulse. Pulse like you're kicking the foot up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. It's 8, 7, 6, 5. Abs are on. 4, 3, 2, and one more set. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to go to the side. So facing you, you're going to bring that knee up, kick it out, bring it in and down. Bring the knee up, kick it out. Oh, I'm leaning, huh? One more time. Up, kick it out, bring the knee and down. Now we're actually, let's go ahead and roll out the rest. With a block. Let's do child's pose. So take the knees wide. Your big toes are touching. And we're just going to walk the hands out. Spread those fingers wide and draw the chin in towards the chest, forehead to the mat. So we're going to come up. You're going to curl the toes under, push into your downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, drop the ears between your upper arms, and then think about those sit bones widening as you push back and up. Now bend your knees and walk your hands and feet together. So you're going to come halfway up, all right? Halfway up, flat back. Now bend the knees into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Good. Bend the knees, forward fold. Let the head hang. Good. Halfway up. One more time. Bend the knees and forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms up. And bring your hands to your heart. Very good. So we're going to come into a goddess squat. So you're going to inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale to the swan dive, inhale to a half lift. Now go ahead and step your foot back so that whatever foot you need to kind of face me. We're going to walk the hands around. Now I'd like you to turn your toes slightly out, bend your knees, and bring your hands onto your thighs coming up. Good. So with your hands onto your hips, we're gonna go ahead and turn those knees out towards your toes, right? So they're gonna move out to that second toe. Keep the chest lifting, so we don't really want to come forward. You want to draw the tailbone down and lift the chest up. So inhale, reach your arms up. And let's straighten out those legs. So 5-point start. So as we exhale, we come in and come into a nice squat, working through the glutes and the thighs. And you're going to reach the arms up to 5-point start. So come into a squat. Inhale and lift. Exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach up. Couple more times. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach up. And one more time. Exhale, squat. And now reach all the way up. Bring your hands back to your hip crease. You're going to turn out your toes again. We're going to do a little bit of what would be a ninja. So you're going to bend one knee. You can bring your hand to the floor. Maybe that foot comes up. And then you're going to walk over the other side. And just a couple of times. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stay over to the right and turn. Drop the knee down and then walk your foot across. So coming into pigeon pose. All right, so really awesome stretch for your hip. Walk your hands so you lift your chest up. We're going to keep our hips square into the center. So we're not going to slide down onto our hip. We're going to stay upright. If this is not good for your knee, come back to that upside down 4 on your back. Now you can take the hands wide. If some of you want to, you can walk forward into a forward fold. So bring your hands back. Good job. We're going to curl the toe under and lift back up into a down dog. Let's go ahead and let's take the opposite foot up towards the sky. Bring it forward. Knee to the thumb. And now stretch out. Now we're stretching out through the opposite hip. So come up. Come up onto your fingers. Bring the hands as wide as your mat. And if you'd like, create a little blanket pillow with your forearms. Or you can come into namaste hands, thumbs to the third eye. Good. Come back up onto your hands. Push your hands into the floor. Flex your back foot. Lift that knee up. Slide that foot back. One more time, downward facing dog. Now go ahead and come onto your toes. Bend your knees. And we'll come all the way down to the floor. Good. And come into an easy cross-legged position. Sit up tall and rest your hands onto your knees. Just take the shoulders back and down. And bring your hands to your heart. The light in me salutes that light and that divine that's in you. And together we say,
No, I say.